Hi everybody, welcome back to the craft room. Today's card, using the infinite doodles, it's going to be a bit hard to explain because I saw a picture on Pinterest over the weekend that I was going to show you, and I can't find it again. I just cannot find it anywhere. It wasn't a card, it was a piece of art, and it had a woman in black and grey on a white background, and the white bits were part of her, but they weren't there. So that's going to make no sense to you, but if you've seen the card on Facebook, or if you've seen the thumbnail, you'll know what I mean. If it works. If it doesn't work, I will do something different, but we'll still have a card at the end of it. So I have pulled out this. Don't lose that piece. This is the grounding piece, and she's sort of on point, as it were, and that's going to cut out the shoes, and then she's going to have her long legs, not too long because I want to fit it on the card, and then there's a dress and a belt, and that's the top of her dress, and that's her sleeves, and that's her hair, and some of it's going to be a hat, and that's going to sort out her arms. So I haven't got everything I need, because until I start chopping it about, I'm not going to know what I need. So I'm going to get a few bits cut, and then I'll lay it out, and you should be able to see it okay. So let me get these cut, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the pieces. I'm going to build it up a bit lower down here because I want it to fit in there. So hopefully you can still see that. So that would be the base piece, and this would be her shoes, which I've still got to cut a bit more out of. So I've done a leg in grey, which will go like that. And I've done a leg in white, which is actually not going to be there at the end of the card, hopefully, which is just an indication of where to cut this other leg. And then she'll have her dress with a belt and a top. There's her two sleeves. So if I move that up a little bit, you can see. And that's her hair, and I haven't done a hat or anything yet. So you can sort of see her, I think. But I do need to start with these legs, I think, and go from there. Now I need something to cut out those shoes, so I'm going to put that on there, on both of them, and just cut that piece out. So there's her shoes, and her leg's going to go into there like that. So if we have that on there, and that one there. So I can glue that leg in. So that leg's going to go down there, and her other leg is going to go there. With that shoe there. Separate them just a little bit. Yep, so that's alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that there. Like that. But I'm not keeping that leg. I'm not keeping that white leg. So I will keep it there for a minute while I get the rest of her done, and then I'm going to cut it away. So The dress is going to be there. So the next thing I need to do is cut the skirt off. Where the belt's going to go. Oops, got my belt. It's there, and I can use it. So we're going to have skirt, belt, top, like that. We'll stick that on when we do the card, and then she's going to have her shoulder pieces, so it's an off the shoulder dress. So, or is it like that? I think we'll do it. So we can stick those pieces on because we need a guide. So her arms, which would be coming down, and they're going to go over her skirt, are going to be done. That was a hat that I left out. Quite such an issue. Might go with that one. So like that. Put a piece of tape on it. Like that. So we need something that's going to look like some little hands, which I haven't really thought about. These would be ideal, but they are all in one die, so that's not going to work. Okay, I will come back to that. So her hair is going to be like that, and she's going to be wearing a hat. So the hat is going to be white, so it's not going to be there. So if that's a hat, she's going to have a hat band, which will be there. So the hat band will be in black, and a big bow, or a crazy feather. No, a big bow. I don't know, I'll think of something. So if the hair is going to be like that, that's about the right size. We're going to stick that together. So we want to cut the brim of the hat out of those. It's going to be quite a low down hat. So there, I think. Let's stick that piece on as well. So all we need are those two bits. Because the hat is so the brim is not going to be big enough. We need a hat's not going to be big enough. We need something that's going to be indicating a big. So we need probably that as the band then, don't we? So let's get that in black. Right, let me cut the hat. So in theory the hat is like that. It's got a brim and a top the same size. But the only bit we want is the black piece. So let's just lay it on. Cut it all to shape. So we want to just, it's all to follow. Doesn't matter about the top, we're only worried about the brim. So shall be like that. And that'll be on a bit of an angle. So let's cut that piece off because that's the only piece we need. So my hair will be like that. So the little bit of shadow she needs on her face comes in from there. So it's so the piece of shadow does go behind her hair like that. I don't know how important that little bit's going to be in the grand scheme of things, but into a bit more white. There we go. Okay, so we don't need any of those bits, but we do need a bow, and I need to start putting it on the card for it to make any sense at all. So we will do a quick, actually we'll put it on there and then I'll cut it to whatever size it needs to be. So she's going to go here. Legs. No, I was going to say I bet I've lost that shoe, but I haven't. So legs. So I'm going to cut those now. So I'm going to cut up there like that and down there like that. So this is where it all goes horribly wrong. Oh, I still haven't done her hands, have I? Oh, she has. I wonder how they made it look like she had. I'm sure they have the hat on in the picture. Let's do big bow. Do it with this one, I think. Let me do a couple of those. This is the bow. I did do a little circle as well. There we go. I think that might look like she's got a hat on. Who knows? You might look at this and think, what the heck is that? I do need to sort out her hands, so let me have a quick tidy up and a think about that, and I will be right back. Okay, so I couldn't find a die small enough, so what I've done is I've cut those hands and I'm going to stick them on and then cut them out. So whether that's a good idea or not, I don't know. So I'm going to stick the first one on there and then cut round it, because I do want the hands to be cut out. Okay, let's start putting this gown together. So, goodness knows how this is going to look at the end. So I'll start with her base. Do you want that side? Do you want that side? Doesn't matter. I'll do it this side. So. That looks okay. So she says moving it. Let's get this put down first. Do this to snip a bit off the top of there. It's going to show. Let me just see if I can look right. Okay, skirt. Over there. Yep. Let's talk about that's that there. Let's get a couple more bits on before I stick that down. That's right there. Yes, that's over there. Belt. Top. Okay, so hair. More hair that side. There's hair and the shadow this side. And the hat ribbon. And the big bow. Which I think I need to just cut to emulate the brim of the hat. So we'll get the hair on next. I think we're okay with that. So I did leave this brim out while I was tidying because I think if I put that on there, I can then cut that sort of shape around, which will give us an indication of the hat, I think. Yes, you've got to fill a bit in with your imagination, I feel. Let's see how big this is. It's probably gone way bigger than I should have done. I don't know, 6.5-ish. I might just do some, let's see if I can do some little downward facing eyes. Right, let's take a tiny little bit off of here. Tiny piece off of here. Okay, yes, I like those eyes, and let's pop those on. Okay, we'll just start getting quite clubbed up quite often. Okay. Does it look like she's just holding some flowers there? Put it on or leave it? Then we cut her down to size, and then we'll go from there. So I've made my card base and mat and cut her down to size. So I'm going to get that all stuck on there. Don't know if that putting that on sort of makes you think her arms aren't there. So I think I need it off like that. No, I think I'm going to leave the flowers off. Let me know what you think with it. You think the flowers should be on there, but I think it makes her arms disappear even more than they are. Because they're not actually there, are they? So a little bit of a different one. Bit of a challenge, but that's nice sometimes. You do need to sort of extend your imagination there to see the bits that are missing, I think. But I'll get a sentiment on there at some point, I think. I might just keep it for myself and do a better job next time. If I can find the picture, I will pop it in. I'll either pop it in as I'm editing it, or I will put a link. But I hunted around, I couldn't find it initially, so I'm not holding out any hope. But that's it for this time. Quite a long one, but I'll try and cut out as much as I can, but not have you lose too much of what I did. So that's it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Okay, bye.